क्या बात है बाबा तू साथ है तो डरने की क्या बात है तू पास है तो डरने की क्या बात है बाबा तू साथ है तो डरने की क्या बात है When you hear I have no fear Oh my Baba you are my dear When you hear I have no fear Oh my Baba you are my dear चलते रहे हम चलते रहे तेरे नक्शे कदम पर चलते रहे गाते रहे गुनगुनाते रहे गीत खुशी के हम गाते रहे हो जिसका हो साथी खुद भगवान जिसका हो साथी खुद भगवान उसको रोकेगा क्या आंधी या तूफान हम चल पड़े हैं अब बाबा के धाम हम चल पड़े हैं अब बाबा के धाम जीवन हुआ ये अब उसके नाम तू साथ है तो डरने की क्या बात है तू पास है तो डरने
Om Shanti. Good evening to everyone. I would like to take this opportunity to extend a warm welcome to our dearest, sweet Sister Shivani to Malaysia family. This evening, Sister Shivani will be talking to us on the topic, sailing through the turbulent times. And I think all of us know Sister Shivani very well. She is Baba's nightingale, Baba's mic, spreading Baba's message that touches everyone's heart and bringing souls close to Baba. And I'm sure this evening we will enjoy listening to Baba's sweet words through her. And at the end, after 45 minutes of talk, a few minutes question answer. You can send your questions on the chat list, and then we will finish with Sister Shivani giving us a live commentary. So over to you, Sister Shivani, and thank you very much for your valuable time to be with us in the Malaysian family. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you so much, Didi. And thank you so much to each one. It's Baba's magic. And really, Baba always used to say that even when nothing is working, you will all be connected. And that's the power of the gathering. And really, we're all experiencing it now. That even though we are not meeting each other, even though we're not being able to go to centers, at least here in India, for Murli class. But it doesn't feel as if we are not with each other. It just doesn't feel as if we're not with each other. Baba is giving us special sustenance, power, and it feels we are just the same, experiencing the same power, love, and sustenance from Baba and also from the divine family. And which is a proof again that things were not about being physically together, but it was always about being connected together with one Baba, and that's why connected to each other. And that's why Baba says, when all of you are at the same vibration, it's then that Baba will get revealed to the world. And so often Baba has said in the Murli that when they look at you, it should look as if each one is the same. And I always thought, how can each one look the same? Different nationality, different religion, different physique, different complexion. But when people will look at us and each one will look as if we're all the same, because we will be carrying the same vibration, the same energy field. And that will be the energy field of Baba. Because on our mind, when there will be only one, and there will not be any other thought, but only one thought. And so when on our mind, there's only one, Baba, God, then in our vibration and in our energy field, there is no one else. There's just Baba and Baba's Gyan. And then whoever people see, they will only get that same vibration. And then they will experience two things. One, these people are all the same because they're carrying the same vibration. And second, the vibration that they are carrying is not a normal vibration. It's not the vibration of a normal human being in this world. This is a higher vibration. And that's why Baba taught us always that God will get revealed only through your face, your vibration, and your behavior. Not through what we say, but through who we are. Through who we are. And now, when the time has come where people are looking, it's really looking. Yesterday, I was talking to a group of corporate, and they said, now in our organization to recruit people, we're not even talking about EQ. We're not talking about emotional quotient. 20 years back, it was IQ. 10 years back, I had heard it started about EQ. And then yesterday they were saying, no, now even EQ is not enough. Now it's spiritual quotient. Earlier, we used to go to companies and we used to say, oh, there is something known as spiritual quotient. They were like, ha. And today they are saying that now we will be looking at spiritual quotient in people to recruit people. The leaders of tomorrow will have to have one quality, and that is resilience. But now at this time, when everyone is shaken up inside, they now want leaders who have the quality of resilience. So this is the time where the world, everybody now, so it doesn't matter which religion, which caste, which nationality, just doesn't matter. All those barriers are over, because not through a very good energy, but the world is united right now with the same vibration. It's a vibration of fear and anxiety, but the world is united in that one vibration of fear and anxiety. So what's happening right now is, like everyone's saying, oh, it's the first time that the whole world is facing the same situation. So that everybody can see that the whole world is facing the same situation. But what people are not seeing is that the whole world is creating the same emotion. And that's being ignored because people are calling that emotion as normal. Fear and anxiety is normal. If 5 people doing meditation together creates a high vibration, if a gathering of 100, 200,000 doing together creates an absolute stillness in the room, divine vibration. So what would be the vibration of the world when millions and millions of people are creating fear and anxiety together? Never before has it ever happened that millions of people together and for such a long period, not for a few minutes or few hours or few days, but for such a long period, creating fear and anxiety together. And so when millions of people create fear and anxiety together, then it starts affecting the minds. Then people's anxiety increases, people's depression symptoms increases. So right now is a very, very important time. What Baba had said in the Murli 2 Sundays back. 2, first, to protect ourselves. So Baba said, your safety. You have to first check how you are going to be safe. So safe is not physical. Physically, we are safe. But vibration-wise, we have to be safe. So Baba said, first, your safety, and then to energize everybody who is in pain. So that's our responsibility right now. First, our safety, and then to energize everyone who is in pain. So how is it that we are going to take care of our safety? So the global vibrational frequency. Is it that there's no audio? Yeah, can you hear? Everybody, can somebody raise their hand? Can you hear?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. Okay, Didi, somebody dropped a message on the chat box saying there's no audio. So I asked. Okay. So what is the global vibrational frequency right now? Like there is a vibration in a house, vibration in a temple or an ashram, similarly a vibration of the planet. So the global vibrational frequency is the vibration of all the minds on the planet. So collective consciousness of the planet. So hypothetically, if we look at it, what would be the global vibrational frequency? So it's obviously going to be low right now. So let's say on an average of 0 to 100, let's say the current vibe, just a figure, just current vibrational frequency of the planet, let's say it's around 2030. Actually, it would be lesser than that, but still around 2030. And suppose we are just our average normal self, which means fine most of the time, but once in a while creating a little fear, then reading the Murli, then coming back to normal and saying, no, everything is okay. Baba is always with me. Then again experiencing some stress, then again coming back to normal. So then we are not at the normal 2030 of the world, but we are about 50, 60. So we are here. But the need of the hour is also not to be at this 50, 60, because if we remain at this 50, 60 for very long, and the world remains at this 2030 for very long, then this 2030 vibration of the planet will start influencing us. And we will then start experiencing that trace of fear and anxiety, because this might go on for a couple of months more. And also the repercussions are not just the epidemic, but the other things. So if this 2030 on the planet remains for very long, and we remain at our average 40, 50 or 60, then there is a chance that the vibration of the world will start influencing us, and we might also start feeling a little fear or worry, what will happen, no salary, lost my job, business not doing well, how can anybody remain calm and powerful during this time? So these kind of thoughts will start coming to us. That's when the global vibrational frequency has started affecting our vibration. And that is why every single Murli, and there's not a single Murli which would not have this line that don't remember anyone, remember only me. So this was, don't remember anyone, remember only me. So when Baba says, remember only me, so when on our mind and intellect, it's only Baba and Baba's Gyan, which means not a single other thought, not a single other word and behavior, whatever we are thinking. Even if I lose my job, even if my business is stuck, I don't have money to pay people, situation is very difficult. But my thought about the situation has to be Gyan based. I cannot think ordinary. Ordinary thinking will bring my vibration to this 40, 50, 60. So my situation will be the situation of the world, but my thought has to be Baba's Gyan. And then on my mind, there is nothing but Baba and Baba's Gyan. So, and we've all been doing this. All of us have been doing this. And all of us have faced personal situations, family situations, professional in our life, and we've all come out of it very, very calm and peaceful. The only thing is right now, it's one bit a little different because right now it is the vibration of the planet which has changed, which can influence us. So there's one more thing that Baba says in the Murli, do you have the power to face the last scenes of Kali Yuga? So whenever I used to hear this earlier, when I came into Gyan, do you have the power to face the last scenes of Kali Yuga? So I thought maybe, when all sorts of things will be happening outside, do you have the power to face that? That there is a war, there is natural calamity, something happening. Do you have the power to face that? But now I understand that do you have the power to face the last scenes of the Kali Yuga means, do you have the power to keep your vibration high when the collective vibration around you is going to be extremely low? Do you have the power to remain here and not get pulled down by the energy of the planet, not get pulled down by the energy of the family, not get pulled down by the panic and anxiety of a family member? So do we have the power to remain here when almost everyone around us is here? So this is a time to practice that. We're not saying this is end of Kali Yuga, but this is a time to practice that. So this is a time to practice that even if I was at my average vibration, now I have to really take care and be at a higher vibration. When I'm at a higher vibration, then those two things which Baba has said, one, we are safe. Safe means safe from the lower vibration around us, safe from getting pulled down by the panic and the fear around us. So we are at an emotionally higher vibration. And second, if we are at an emotionally higher vibration, then our vibration becomes healing energy for people. It becomes healing energy for our family. This is a very, very important time to be Baba's instrument and empower family. Empower family. Not by giving Gyan, not by speaking about Gyan, not by saying to anybody, see, I told you, Baba had said this is going to happen. This is not the time to say anything to them. This is not even the time to say, okay, you do it now, okay, Kali Yuga will. This is not time to say all that. They're already troubled inside. This is a time to only radiate that powerful energy to them by being there ourselves. So this is a very, very important time to heal family. This is the time where the family will experience Baba's energy, because right now they have changed their vibration to a receiving it. They are ready to receive healing energy. So the family will experience Baba's energy from us only if we do not catch their vibration. Which means if there's one member in a family and another 2 or 3 are not in Gyan or are not calm and peaceful, we should not get affected by their vibration. If we get affected by their vibration, then we've got the emotional infection. Then we've come down to their energy. If we take care of our sthiti, of our state of being, then it's going to be magical for every family, because they're going to experience healing even if things are not going right for them on a personal, professional, or a family level. Even if things are not right, they will experience in your presence God's love and power for them. And they will experience that nothing is right for me, but I don't know why. I'm not getting worried. I'm fine. There is some strength that I'm getting here, even though there is chaos in my life outside. So this is Baba's power reaching to them through us. So this is the time to do seva. This is that seva just by being who we are. So all that we need to do right now is just take care, attention, Purusharth, which we were always supposed to do, but now a little more attention, that my every thought, my every word, my every behavior is based on Gyan. So many times we used to say how to remember Baba for so many hours, how to have power of yoga for 8 hours, 10 hours, 15 hours. How to remember Baba means everything that I create here has to be based on Baba's Gyan, Baba's Srimad. So I could be listening to the Murli, but if I'm creating some other thought, I'm not in Baba's Yad. I could be sitting for yoga, but if I'm thinking of something else, I'm not in Baba's Yad. But I could be working, I could be cooking, I could be driving, I could be doing seva. And here every thought is based, thought, even if it's a thought of work, but the thought has to be based on Gyan and Srimat. Then I'm in Baba's yad because I'm using Baba here for my thought process. Because Baba, the first thing that Baba gives us is Gyan. The first thing God gives us is knowledge and wisdom. So the more we are going to use that knowledge and wisdom, the more Baba is sitting here on this. Baba is here. And that's why Baba says, Baap Saman Banna Hai, means become like the Father. How do we become like an incorporeal Father? He says, Baap Saman. Now, Baap Saman, become like the Father, means our vibration has to be here. On a vibration of 0 to 100, what will be the vibration of God? Hypothetically, vibration of God will be 100. So we say supreme. So supreme vibration, 100. After God will come Devi Devtas, deities. So if God is 100, then deities will be, let's say, 90. And that's why deities were next to God. And that's why the world even looked at deities and referred to them as God, because the vibration was just next to God. So 100 is God, 90 is deities, and Baba says, you're an angel, you're a deity, and you're like a father. You're just like the Father, you're an angel, you're a deity, which means we need to bring our vibration to that 90-95, which is right next to God, and become like God. Baap Saman. And when we are vibrating here, then this global vibrational frequency cannot even touch us in a single thought because we are here, but our vibration will become healing energy for them. So this is the time to not be our old normal self, what we were 3 months back, which means if I was getting a little angry once in a while, perfect most of the time, but angry once in a while, a little critical once in a while, appreciative for most people, but then judgmental about somebody once in a while. Those once in a while things would have to finish now. Because those once in a while things, those once in a while old sanskars do not allow me to come here. Those once in a while old sanskars bring me here. And that's the only difference. And that's why Baba had been saying in the last few years, Sadharan ko khatam karna hai, which means finish your ordinary thoughts. Baba said, you don't create negative thoughts, but you're still creating ordinary thoughts. And those ordinary thoughts are not allowing us to reach this stage. So let's check ourselves every day. Where is my vibration? Give it on a scale of 0 to 10. 0 to 10. What is my health inside my mind? What is my emotional health here? How calm and stable am I, even though I'm hearing very, very tough information? Where am I? And how much am I using the Gyan in my every thought process? Which means I might hear something to do with my business, which is not good for me. I might hear something about my job, which is going to be very, very deep consequence. I will receive information. I will have challenges immediately. What's my thought? Do I take 5 minutes to settle in my mind? Am I settled in 5 seconds? Am I settled in my first thought? Or do I take 5 hours? Or do I take 5 days? Where am I in my vibrational frequency? That's the time to check now. Because if I'm here, I will get pulled down. I will get pulled down. So I will have to use the Gyan very, very quickly now. That ordinary thinking, the ordinary behavior, the ordinary conversations, even our ordinary conversations will pull us down now. You know, sometimes we're talking to people, whether it's at home or a friend on the phone, and we just start talking, see what has happened. So many people, this happened, this is happening in the hospital, where are we heading? This ordinary conversation is not for us. This courtesy conversation we don't have to do with people, because every word pulls us down. Every word. And that's why in one Murli Baba had said on the Avyakt Murli that your language, you should be Avyakt vocabulary, Avyakt bhasha, which means Avyakt vocabulary. And Avyakt vocabulary means the vocabulary, for me as I understand it, Avyakt vocabulary the vocabulary that we study in the Avyakt Murli. Avyakt Murli. That's Avyakt vocabulary. So the more we will use those words, we will think and speak only that vocabulary. We are going to go here. We're going to reach that stage of being Bab Saman. And this Sunday, Baba said, don't have to calculate time. It's not time. Is this the time? Many of us are saying, oh, is this the time that Baba was talking about? Have we already reached there? It's not about where we've reached in the outside world. It's about where I've reached in my inside world. Where the world is, where Satyug is going to be, where. This is not even the time to think that. Even that is not very Bab Saman conversation. Because Baba will say, you don't have to do Purusharth according to where the time is heading. You're going to do Purusharth before time. So even those conversations, oh, is this the time? Have we reached? Oh, yes, look, this year, but it's 220, it's not 236. All this is conversation which depletes energy. It depletes energy. So we really have to come to that time where we are paying strong attention. That my every thought, my every word, my every behavior is Avyakt Bhasha, Avyakt Murli. And Avyakt Murli Bhasha. This Sunday, Baba said it very beautifully. Avyakt Murli Bhasha. Not कि होगा, नहीं होगा, हुआ ही पड़ा है. Which means everything that's happening for me is beneficial. It's already done. So he is not even giving us the margin to create a single thought. The vocabulary says not that it will happen, but it has already happened. That vocabulary, and it was rubbed in many times this Sunday in the Murli. Don't say it will happen. Say it has already happened. It has already happened means he is not giving us a margin of a single thought to create a doubt. Okay, it will happen, but what if it doesn't? What if it takes some time? Not a single thought of doubt. It has already happened. Hua hi pada hai. Success definite, kalyan definite, beneficial. Hua hi pada hai. It has already happened. Now we just have to absorb that line from the Murli and then make it our vocabulary. And when we think and speak like that, then we are deleting every thought of doubt, fear, insecurity of the future. We're deleting every single thought from here. And as we do this process of deleting those thoughts, because now we should be able to see the thought and change it. See the thought, change it. This thought is not according to Gyan. This thought is not according to Murli. Change. When we see the thought and we change, in every change of thought, not even at words, at the level of thoughts, with every change, we are rising above in our vibrations. We are rising above. And that rising above is our safety. And that our safety is healing energy for our family, for people around us, and for the world, because our vibrations radiate to the world. This is the time to now. This is also a time where we will focus attention and shift. We've all shifted. We've all shifted from our old self to a nicer version of the self. All of us. Ask anyone their experience. Oh, you know how I was and now how I am. So when we compare ourselves to who we were, to who I am now, we see a big, big shift. But Baba's not come to make us nice people. Baba's not come to make us wonderful people of Kali-yuga. Baba has come to make us Satyug, Satyugi soul. So our reference point cannot be who I was. Oh, you know, I used to get angry 10 times a day. Now I get angry once in 4-5 days. So I've become a best version of myself. But even if I get angry once in 4-5 times, once in 4-5 days, even that once is allowing anger to remain as my sanskar. And if anger remains as my sanskar, then I'm here. Then I'm here. I'm way better than what I was. I'm way better than what I was. No comparison with anybody else, but comparison with my own self. I'm way better than what I was. but I'm still away from what I have to be. And that's why Baba says, keep that aim object photo before you and don't compare with what I was, but compare with who I have to be. Okay, so this thought is not allowing me to reach there. This thought is not allowing me to be like Baba, because Baba will not think like this. Baba will not speak like this. Baba sees our behaviors. Baba sees the mistakes we make. Baba sees everything that we do, and then we go to Madhuban for Baba Milan. And then Baba smiles at us. No change in expression after seeing us. No change saying, oh, you've come again with all your mistakes. You didn't do the homework that I gave you last time. You're here again. Same. Nothing. Nothing. Just that same unconditional love, power, and acceptance, which means God, highest vibration. There is nothing around God which brings his thought even one bit lower and says, oh, you didn't do this? Even that he cannot create, because he's ocean of love. So he's here and we have to be there. And which means keep looking at God in action. Keep looking at God in action. We all have, even though we cannot go to Madhuban right now, but we all have a Vyakt Murli videos. So just keep seeing the video. Keep seeing every face expression. Keep looking at that drishti. And keep looking at the way Baba is talking to everybody. Then keep seeing how he meets everybody on this stage. So many people walk before him. Everyone different sanskars, different karma. Somebody's created miracles, somebody's made a mistake, but he's the same like that with everybody. This is that highest vibration. No shift, no fluctuation based on what's happening outside. And this is what he wants us to be, because this will be the Satyogi vibration. So it's not about when will Satyug come. You know, how do we ask each other, what do you think, when will Satyug come? And then sometimes we used to ask Baba, Baba, when will Satyug come? And then Baba asks us, who's going to decide the date? When will Satyug come? Is Baba going to decide Satyug date, or we are going to decide Satyug date? Satyug is a vibration. Satyug is a vibration. When the vibration of the planet will change, when the vibration of the planet will become a Satyugi vibration, the world will change. But how will the vibration of the planet become a Satyugi vibration? There's going to be no magic. It just can't happen like this, that the vibration of the planet is going to become a Satyugi vibration. And that's why Baba said, I need these many children. Now see the whole equation, how it fits. He said, I need these many children. These many children should reach this stage and the world will change. Which means he needs that X number of children to be here. To be here. So let's say the first figure is 9 lakhs. Or then they say the Satyug Treta Yug figure is 33 crore. So Baba needs those many souls to reach this vibration, which means it's like in a house. If there are 6 people in a house, but one person is at a very high vibration, that one person can change the energy of the house. It doesn't require all 6 to be there. You need only one person in the house to be able to change the energy of the house, because that one person is here. So similarly, on the planet of this 700, 800 million population, Baba says, I need only 9 lakh children. But 9 lakh is not a figure. 9 lakh children who are going to be here. He needs 9 lakh Bap Saman children. 9 lakh Satyugi vibration children. And then that's why Baba says, when will you come? You will come in the first birth or the second birth of Satyug or the third birth of Satyug, which means what is your vibration? It is the first birth of Satyug vibration, or little less second birth of Satyug vibration, or a little less third birth of Satyug vibration. Where am I here? That's where I will be there. So who will create Satyug? How will Satyug get created? We can't ask Baba, Baba, when will Satyug come? Baba has played his complete role for Satyug to get created. What is God's role? God's role in creating Satyug is giving Gyan, giving love, and giving Shakti, power. So Baba has given us unlimited Gyan, power, and love. Our role in creating Satyug: take Baba's Gyan, love, and power, and change our sanskars and be here in our vibration. So Baba said, Baap Saman, be like the Father. Farishta, be an angel. Devta, be a deity, which means be here at your vibration. When 9 lakh children will be here in their vibration, that will create the tipping point of the planet vibration to change. And so nobody else can decide this date except for us inside here. We have to decide where I'm going to be there. So it's that time. This scene in the drama has come to just shake us up a little bit to say, okay, this was going to happen so soon. We didn't know that things can change. But was I ready for this change? Am I prepared to cross this change at a higher vibration? So it came to teach us this. So it's like, before a final exam, you have those little tests during the year. So this just turned out to be one of the tests, one of the unit tests before final exams come. So what did I do well in this unit test? I have to check myself and where I'm taking myself in my vibration now. So Satyug is a vibration which I have to create here for it then to happen on the planet. And Satyugi Sthiti, which means my every thought, word, behavior, my sanskar, my dreams, my intentions, my memories, everything has to be at that highest vibration. So Baba's not chosen us to make us a nice person. The world will say to us, you're a very nice person, you're a wonderful people, you all are doing wonderful good work. God has not chosen us for this. God has not chosen us to be better than who we were. God has not even chosen us to be the best version of ourselves in reference to Kali Yuga. God has chosen us to be a Satyugi angel and deity. So the comparison will always have to be there. And that's why every thought needs to be checked. Not words and behavior, every thought. And that's why our chart needs to change. We have that same chart. Did I do Amrit Vela? Take. Did I do Murli? Take. Did I do traffic control? Take. That's not the chart for us now. Do you never put a chart to say, did I eat my breakfast? Did I eat my lunch? Did I drink water? Who keeps charts for this? This is all lifestyle. This is chart for somebody who comes new to Gyan. And then they have to create that lifestyle. So then they have to keep a track that they're doing everything so that it becomes a part of lifestyle. Not for us. That's not a chart now to check, did I do Amrit Vela? Did I do yoga? Did I do traffic control? These are baby steps. That phase is over long back. But now I need to keep a chart about my thoughts. Which vibration am I? Low, average, high, or where I'm supposed to be? And most important, any time in the day, any situation, any person's behavior, does it get me down from where I have to be? And that's why Baba said, think and remember only one. Because if I remember anybody else, then I'm not creating a thought based on Gyan. And when I remember them, I get tuned to their vibration. Anyone can experiment with this now. Just remember now, meaning in the current scenario. Just think of your family member. Just start thinking about them. Oh, what are they doing? I hope they are okay. If they're in another city or a country, I hope everything is going right. But what if things are not going well in that country? So just start thinking of them. And when we start thinking of them, our frequency will get connected to their current frequency there. And we will receive their vibrations. And when we receive their vibrations, we will be at the same frequency as them. So the world right now is practicing social distancing, and so are all of us. So social distancing so that we do not catch the virus. What Baba has been teaching us for so many years is actually emotional distancing, which means even if everyone around you is at a lower vibration, not behaving right, not speaking right to you, even if every situation around you is not right, you remember me. And you remember me means you keep your distance from the vibration of the situation and people so that you do not absorb their vibration. You just remember me. So when you remember me, then we will always be at the highest vibration here. And so that's the time right now. It's the time right now to finish that last part of the game and reach here in our thoughts, words, behavior. So let's do a little experiment from this evening. And let's keep it as a 1 week experiment. But that 1 week has to be with constant attention. Constant attention. Like how all of us have learned now. We have to wear the mask. We have to wash our hands. We will just not make a mistake. How much time did it take to do this? Very little, because it was all outer. But the same thing we have to do here. We have to do here. That in my every thought, Baba has said, remember me, means Baba here in my every thought, word, and behavior. And Baba is not a word. I can be very upset and say Baba. I can be very upset and I can say, Baba, what is this? Why is this happening like this? That's not Baba. That's not Baba. When Baba says, if anything happens, say Mera Baba, and Baba will be here. So Mera Baba means the sthiti, our state of being, has to be Baba's Gyan. What is God? God is ocean of knowledge. So saying Baba and not using Gyan does not mean Baba. That we were doing before we got Gyan. Before we came into Gyan, we could be upset and angry and we could say, oh God, why is this happening to me? Oh my God, why is... So we were using the word God, we were thinking of God, and yet we were not in the right state of mind. So we could be upset and we'll say God, we're angry and we say, oh my God. So we are saying the word God, we're thinking of God, but our state of being is not what God is saying. So Gyan means you're not just using the word Baba, but you're using the Gyan given by Baba. So Baba is first ocean of knowledge, ocean of love, ocean of peace, ocean of purity, ocean of power. Everything comes secondary, because till I get Gyan, I do not even recognize Baba. I don't recognize Baba. Until I don't recognize Baba, I'll not experience the love and the power. So the first thing Baba has to come and give us is the Gyan. The first thing is Baba. Baba gives us Gyan. And so our every thought has to be Gyan. So it's not, I'm a peaceful soul, and then get angry. Then my sanskars are not changing. So let's start keeping a chart of the basic lifestyle maryadas. But most important, let's start keeping a chart of how we are every hour. Every hour. Because every Baba's child has accumulated so much power, so much power. All that we need to do is little attention and sanskars will change. There's no effort. It's going to be very easy. Just a little attention that this is not how. Even if we start the attention first at the level of words and behavior, this is not how I have to speak. These are not the words I can say. This is not how I have to react. My reactions are depleting my energy. It's bringing my vibration down. So let's take typical scenes, because many of us are at home in lockdown. Let's take typical situations, relationships where we react. Even if it's a little bit, even if it's in the mind, it's a reaction where I'm not having a Gyan-based thought, a knowledge-based thought. I have to change that. So let's take typical few situations which happen very often, or any specific person that their behavior and I react. I have to pick up those little situations, keep a chart of that, and start conserving my energy in those situations. Conserving my energy, which means I cannot react and deplete my energy. So I just have to note down those situations. With this person, when this person does this, that is when I react. When this person doesn't tell me the truth, that is when I feel bad. So I have to find out those typical situations where I deplete my energy. And that's it. Once I know my situations, each one of us has so much Gyan. We have Gyan We have Baba's power and love. We have the power of purity. We have the power of pure food. All this power is amazing strength for the soul. The soul only needs to know what I need to change. It's like we just need to diagnose the illness. Healing is very easy. But some scenes of daily, day-to-day living, like this is normal, this is normal. We've not yet aimed it that we have to be here. So some things we just allow ourselves to be like that. But this time, if we allow ourselves to be that average thing, the vibration of the planet will not allow us to stay at average. So this time, the car on the slopes just got a little steeper. The slope has got steeper, which means a tougher situation with the global vibration. So if I just remain where I am and I don't move up gradually, and that's why Baba says newness. Just be new in your state of being every day. Even if it is baby steps, even if it is extremely slow, the car has to move upwards, which means here my vibration has to move upwards. Even if it's extremely slow, but it has to move upwards. If this car doesn't move upwards, and if it just stops where it is, which means I'm at a vibration of 70 and I stop here. And I said, oh, this is good enough. This is very good. If I stop here, then gradually this car will move a little slow, but it will move backwards. It will move backwards. The car cannot stay in one position for very long. And we cannot stay at that same vibration for very long because there are millions of vibrations here lower, which will pull us down. So we are safe. We are safe only if we are going higher. And so it doesn't matter. Even if I'm at 30, 40, 50, it just doesn't matter. But all that I have to take care is that where I am, I'm just moving up and up and up. I'm not stagnant. I'm not where I am, and I'm not going down. I'm just moving up, which means tomorrow I'm a higher version of what I am today. I've chosen at least one particular situation where tomorrow I will not react. I will conserve energy. I will not deplete my inner power. And I just keep ticking these. It's like a child through the last phase of their exam, just making all their notes, checking the syllabus, and just finding those little pointers which are remaining to finish the syllabus. We are at that stage now. We're at that stage. Baba made it very clear this time in the Murli. It's not about when Satya will get created here. It's about how much time do we have for our Purusharth. Because there will be a time where we will not have time for our Purusharth. And Baba said, Sanskar will get created only if you have created that sanskar for a long period of time. Suppose one day I see that, oh, everything is getting over. This seems okay, this looks like one of the days, not now, but one day if I come to know that whatever is happening around me seems like this Kali Yuga transition has come. And that day I decide, okay, from today I'll not get angry. So my old sanskar of getting angry, and one day when I see this seems to be the last phase, I say, okay, from today I'll not get angry. For how long? So I get 1 month, 6 months, or 1 year to not get angry. But that sanskar change that I created was one because of time, and second, it stayed for a very short time. But my entire life of being in Gyan, I did not change that sanskar. And I just changed it in the end for a short time. So Baba said, that will then not be your sanskar. So Baba says, bahut samay ka wo sanskar, which means we have to create that original new sanskar, that deity sanskar for a very, very long time to increase the vibration and to have that spiritual power here. So let's look at those little depleters. They're depleters only. And note them down. That's the chart. Note them down. When do I react in my words behavior? When do I react in my thoughts? How am I thinking about people? How am I thinking about people? How am I thinking about the current situation? Check my every thought, word. Conserve energy. This is a time to not be judgmental or critical about anybody. Forget words, not even in our thoughts. If we are thinking about a weakness or something about somebody or something we don't like them, some thought like that, then we're going to get connected to their state of mind. That's it. We'll get connected to their frequency. And the remember me is forgotten. And we are remembering somebody else. And that too, remembering a lower vibration of someone else. So if I remember a lower vibration about somebody, that means I remember their weakness. I'm lowering my vibration. For them, thinking about them, I'm lowering my vibration. So lot of attention. Doing everything outside, but taking care here inside that I'm conserving my energy. I'm moving up one step at a time, very slowly, one step at a time, but I'm moving up. And I'm accumulating power. And my every thought, my every word, every behavior is based on Gyan. We have all our murlis fitted here. We need no one to tell us what's right, what is not right. We have it all fitted here. It's now time to use it. And vocabulary, the words we use, vocabulary, the Avyakt Murli vocabulary, Avyakt Bhasha is an Avyakt Murli vocabulary. And so, along with studying our daily Murli in the morning, we should study a daily Avyakt Murli also. Otherwise, how will the vocabulary become a part of our vocabulary? We'll have to consume that vocabulary, not just once a week, but daily. Daily. So let's consume, flood our mind with only Baba's words, Baba's Murli versions. And then our thoughts, words, and behavior will be based only on what has gone in. And of course, I'm sure right now, we're not consuming what's going on in the world. We can't do this Murli in the morning and then during the day, this happened here, this is what's happening here, this is what's happening here. So both the content will go in. So then we know which one will overpower which one. Because this is 1 hour in the morning and this is many times during the day. Our role is not to know what's happening in the world. Our role is not to consume what's happening in the world. Our role is only to consume Baba's Gyan and power and radiate that to the world. We need to know what's our area of responsibility. Sometimes we say, but I need to know what's happening in the world. But why do I need to know what's happening in the world? Why do I need to know what's happening in the world? That's not our role. That's not our. This counting all the statistics, how many people here in this city, in this country, that's not our role. Vibration, if it goes there, then that vibration is not here. Our role is not to consume the world information. Our role is to consume Gyan, radiate it to the world, and change the statistics of the world. Statistics will change with vibrations. So we don't consume anything from the news, from the newspaper, from social media. Completely keep yourself restricted. If someone asks you, do you know what the figures are now? Say, no, we don't. We don't. And people can say, you don't even know. I say, no, why do we need to know? Why? By my knowing, will that solve something? No. But by my not knowing, it will solve things. By my not knowing what's happening in the world, I'm keeping myself at a higher vibration, and that's our contribution to the world, which others might not understand what that means, but we know it all. We know it. By not consuming what's happening in the world, we are giving a very big gift to the world, because we're keeping our mind clean, absorbing only Murli here and radiating only Murli here. How many people all over the planet will just get healed when they receive that vibration? And most important, we will contribute in raising the global vibrational frequency. So we need very few people. The millions and billions will not do it. A small number to consume Gyan, create Gyan, think Gyan, feel Gyan, and radiate Gyan to the world, but not fill anything else inside. So one is to take care of what we consume from the world. And second is take care, like we remember Baba every time before a meal. We remember Baba connect to Baba, Baba's songs, Baba's Murli while cooking, while eating, we need to take care that we don't consume even water without remembering Baba. Because the water absorbs vibrations. And right now, the water of the city, the water in the country, that has consumed vibrations of fear and anxiety. So even if I just pick a glass of water and just drink it like this, it'll lower my vibration. It will lower my vibration. So water absorbs vibrations, and there is fear and anxiety in your city. So we just cannot afford. So Dadi Gulzar always says in every class she used to say, and I used to always think every class she says this thing. And she says it in such a sweet way, it's not even realize it's so powerful, it's so sweet. She used to say, Acha, how many times do you drink water? 8 times? Okay. So 8 times when you drink water, remember Baba. This used to be her fixed line. She used to say to us, Acha, how many times water? 8 times? 8 times you drink water, 8 times remember Baba. Dadi Gulzar says it every time. So I used to think 8 times drink water, so 8 times remember Baba. She's only saying it so that 8 times chart mein aa jayega ki 8 times I've remembered Baba. At least something I'll remember here. But she always said it with water. She always said 8 times water, 8 times Baba, which means while drinking water, remember Baba. Baba, because water absorbs vibrations. So it's very important right now. Don't drink water, tea, coffee, milk, just like that. Anything that's going in, whether it's food, fruit, medicine, dry fruit, anything, just anything, it's carrying a vibration. It always was, but then right now the vibrations are not good at all. So every glass of water, every cup of milk, tea, coffee, at least a 10-second pause. Connect, energize it, fill Baba's energy into it, fill the Satyugi vibration into it, and then consume it like Satyug Amrit, not water of the Kalyugi world. We need to drink Satyug Amrit. Only then we will have a Satyugi sthiti. So just to take care of what we watch, read, listen, eat and drink. It is these 5 things which make our state here. This is created by what we watch, read, listen, eat and drink. And so if these 5 are Satyugi vibrations, then this will reach a Satyugi vibration. If we watch, read, listen of what's happening in the world, if we eat and drink what is the vibration of the world, then this will not stay here. It will get pulled down during the day. Morning go here, day come down. We have to be morning here and during the day higher and higher and higher, not go like this. We have to keep going higher. And then we will be Baba's angels, Baba's ambassadors, not just protecting ourselves, but healing the world, revealing to the world that this is Baba's vibration, just by being who we are. Thank you so much. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, Shivani Ben, thank you so much. And Pure will have some questions, maybe a couple of questions from the chat list. Pure Bhai, you can ask any question you have in the chat box.
Yeah, thank you, Amira Ben, Bira Didi, and good evening. And good evening to Didi Shivani. Good evening.
Om Shanti, good evening.
Om Shanti, thank you for spending your time. Didi, about just a few questions, probably you can share with the family. You talk a lot about vibrations, Didi, a lot about vibrations. The question is, how do we know that our vibrations are reaching them and changing the people around us? Any signs or any sickness that we see that they got the right vibrations, they got Baba's vibration from us? What are the indicators that we can see in them?
Indicators that whether they are getting Baba's vibrations from us, then you will see a shift in their state of being. We should see it's like physical illness. If a person is being treated by the right doctor, then even if it's gradual, we should see the healing happen. If there is no healing happening, and in fact, if the condition of a patient is depleting, deteriorating, then we are not with the right medical practice or with the right doctor. So if people around me are also not rising in their vibrations, even if it's extremely slow. But if they are getting better and better in who they are inside, then my vibrations are influencing them. And my vibrations means Baba's Gyan and power through me to them. Or they will start influencing us. One of the two always happens. When two people are together, whether working together, living together, vibrations are always there. And so one's energy has to influence the other's energy. Now it all depends which one on what. So we just have to check whether I get influenced by them or they are getting influenced by me. Who is moving in which direction? Who is moving in which direction? Are they moving more towards a higher vibration, or I sometimes get pulled down to a lower energy? Then that one is influencing the other one. So we just have to check whether their emotional healing is happening.
Okay, Didi. The second question is, what is happening for the past 3 months? What sickness are standing to all Baba's children? The things happening in the world, what sickness is standing to all Baba's children in the future? What sort of effort we have to make? What sort of higher effort we have to make? Because what happened now is probably just about 10% of the worst things yet to happen. Probably another 90% worst things are going to happen. So any sickness that you can see that this thing happening now, sending us some indicators, what level of effort we have to do now?
I think that's what we shared today, that the effort is all that we've been doing, but now subtle, deeper checking that my every thought, word, behavior is Bab Saman, is becoming like that angel, and removing that ordinary, even if we check our conversation sometimes, sitting together, talking, it starts with a conversation of Gyan and then suddenly it shifts towards an ordinary conversation. And when it shifts from Gyan conversation to an ordinary conversation, and then gradually it shifts to a lower conversation. Oh, do you know what she was saying? Do you know what he did? And that's it. This is how it happens to the energy. So we start with the Gyan conversation, gradually shift to an ordinary conversation. We think we are talking about seva, and then suddenly we're talking about people. And fourth step, we go and talk about critical or judgmental conversation about people. Now, this is all the awareness that while doing things, while talking, while thinking, I cannot go down lower in my energy. Otherwise, I'll get sucked down. So that little attention while in action. We are perfect when we are doing Amrit Vela, when we are doing Murli, evening yoga, traffic control, before going to sleep. Perfect sthiti. But now that stage cannot be there only at that time. So that little depleter, that 10% what is left, that flawless diamond that Baba says you're a diamond, but a flawless diamond. So those little things will be in action, practical in action.
Okay, thank you, Didi. Probably one, two more questions that we can open to the floor, Didi. Some were saying that the external virus is on one level, and very often we are not able to cope. Some are not able to cope the external virus because there's some internal virus within the soul. Do you agree with this statement that if you have internal virus within the soul or within the mind, we are not able to cope with the external? If you agree, can you probably highlight what are the internal or the inner virus within the soul or the mind?
In any disease, this is just a virus, but because they don't have the medication for it, that's why it gets a little difficult sometimes. But otherwise, in any ailment, the body's healing is dependent largely on the state of mind. We all know that. We've all experienced it. And I think Baba's children have seen things in their own life or in their families' lives where there was a physical ailment, but we've seen how our calm, how our faith in Baba, and then using the Gyan, the Murli points, we come out of it. We come out of it and we've created our personal miracles. We've created miracles in the family. Miracles means healing happened at another pace altogether. Healing happened at a pace which medical science had not predicted. So it was always that mind over matter, no? So our sanskars, Baba's help, Baba's Gyan, and most important, our faith in Baba and in ourselves and in the family. That is to create miracles. So this is the time to create that miracle. And that's why Like we are protecting ourselves from the virus, we have to protect ourselves from the lower vibration. Lower vibration. Then we will be here. This virus will not reach us. 0.0001%, though we should not be thinking and talking that way, but still 0.00001%. If it does come, our spiritual quotient, ours is not emotional quotient, ours is spiritual quotient, is so high. Healing vibrations, Baba's energy, it will come and it will go. That's it. So we should never create fear of that. Never. It's just that virus in the mind is also, a lot of people are creating this thought, what if this happens to me? Even that thought we don't need to create. What if this happens to me? Then somebody told me the other day, oh, but they say 80% of the population will have it, which means we will have it sometime or the other. We don't talk like this. Baba's children don't talk like this. Baba's children only avyakt vocabulary. Only avyakt vocabulary. I am protected by Baba's vibration. I am safe. Highest vibration. Not to think normal like everybody else. Then I'm diluting my energy here.
Okay, Didi, just two more questions. The other question is, you talk a lot about vibrations with the mind. You are equating a lot of instances where vibrations and the role of the mind. Didi didn't mention anything about the buddhi, the intellect. How does the buddhi intellect? Is it not that the buddhi intellect will also create a very high vibration level?
Yes, our thoughts. First, we have to create the thought. Then the buddhi, the intellect, will take a decision. But unless I start creating higher vibration thoughts, my capacity of my intellect to take the right decision. So the vibrations are of the soul. No, it's the soul's vibrations are 100 or 90 or 20 or 40, whereas our vibration is of the soul. But how do I come to know my vibration? I will come to know my vibration first with my quality of thoughts. Second, with my ability to take the right decision. And third, through my sanskar transformation. So all the three aspects of the soul will be taken care of. So when the soul is vibrating at a higher frequency, my thoughts will be right. My decision will be accurate. I will come into my practical life and my sanskar will get changed. But it has to start with the thoughts. It will have to start with the thoughts. Some people can take very quick decisions. They are very good. They can take very, very quick decisions. But if not created any thoughts which were right, then the decision, even though it's quick, it's not accurate because the thoughts were not right in the first place. So it's always mind, intellect, and then sanskar. Mind, intellect, and then sanskar. So the vibrations are of the soul, but we can see it only at the thought level first. Why wait till it becomes my sanskar? I should check it here. I don't want to see my mistake here. I want to see it here. That's gyan. Outside, though, even other people can see, oh, I spoke wrongly, I behaved. Even other people can check themselves. We should be able to check ourselves at the thought level. This thought was not right. Decision is second. My thought was not right. Why did I even create this thought about this person? So thought level is the first level. So Baba says your sanskar transformation will happen first in behavior, second in words, third in your thoughts, and fourth in your dreams. That sanskar will not even come in the dreams. When it doesn't come in the dreams, that means that sanskar has got merged on the soul. That is when it's finished. Till it's there, even in your dreams, that means it's not gone up from the subconscious. It has to get merged onto the soul. So first level of checking happens in the thoughts. But higher vibration means pure thoughts, accurate decisions, and then original sanskars into action.
Om Shanti. Pubai, question finished?
Yeah. I think that's it. That's all, Didi.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you,
very much, Didi.
Shanti. Thank you.
We just invite Lachubai to say a few words of thanks on behalf of Malaysia family.
Okay.
Lachubai.
Om Shanti. Om Shanti.
Shanti.
You can speak, Lachubai.
Okay. Lady Shwani, I think this talk is really very wonderful, and we all enjoyed it very much. And I take this opportunity to thank you on behalf of Malaysians and all the audience. Thank you so much.
Thank you, brother. Thank you so much.
Sister Shivani, we would like you to guide us into a short meditation commentary,
Haji,
if
Haji,
possible,
Haji Didi.
so that we can go back with those vibrations. Thank you so much.
I am a Satyogi soul. I am a Satyogi soul. Divinity is my personality. My every thought is pure. My every thought is pure. My every word is a blessing. My every karma is beneficial. I am a Satyogi soul. I vibrate at the highest frequency, the frequency of Baba. My every thought, Bab Saman. My every word, Bab Saman. My every behavior, Bab Saman. I am Baba's angel. The Satyugi angel the world is looking for. Baba uses me. Baba uses me to radiate His power, love and Gyan to every soul on the planet. Baba uses me. That's my role. Baba uses me to radiate His Gyan, love and power to every soul on the planet. I'm always available in my sthiti, pure, divine, silent, allowing God to use me to reveal Himself to the world, to heal the world. I am a Satyogi soul. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Thank you once again, Sister Shivani, for your valuable time with us. And we have taken a lot of inspiration from your wisdom, and we will definitely practice and make it happen in our lives. Thank you.
Thank you.